Hello everybody, my name is Jackson Walters, and I go to Gull Lake High School. Today I'm going to be showing you how I made this short film using all my resources such as Google Drive, CapCut, and maybe some Canva action. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to be showing you guys is my intro that I made on Canva, another video editing website. So on Canva, basically what I did was I added some text, some basic text, saying 3 simple basketball shots because that's what my video is about. And I put my name in it just for some credits. And I added some effects to it, so it has a nice old neon effect with the text, and it has an animation where it will go like that and do some flickers. I also added some audio, which is a royalty-free audio that I found online on YouTube, and basically, I added the audio onto the clip to make it seem more professional. So for this intro, when I was done making it, I hit the nice little share button up here, and I hit download, and then I hit download right here again. I'm not going to hit it right now because I already downloaded it. And what it did was it downloaded it and put it into my files, where I then moved it over to my ICS ePortfolio, ICS Short Film, and then if we go over to intro and outro, it appears right here, intro short film. So basically we made a whole bunch of different paths to sort through the different things we've done in this class, and for the intro I put it into my short film, and I put it into the intro and outro because that's what it is. So the third thing I'm going to be showing you guys is how I imported that same video, that intro, into my other editing website, which is known as CapCut. So up here, it shows all of the video clips I've added to here. As you can see, there's way more. I will get into those later. And I hit import, and then I went all the way back to the ICS short film, intro and outro, clicked on this, hit open, and it opened it up right into here, where I could hit the plus button and add it straight into the video, like so. And that is how I added it into my second editing program. So another thing I'm going to be showing you guys is where I kept all of the actual video files of me doing basketball tricks. So if we go to my Google Drive, I kept them in the Google Drive, and we hit my drive, I created a folder called Gull Lake Classes. Click in there, and this is where all of my Gull Lake classes are going to appear once I get more, if I get more. Right here it says ICS Intro to Computer Science, which is the one we're in, so we're going to click on that. It says Short Film Files, this is the short film, and it shows basically all of the files of me doing my basketball stuff inside of the short film files. So basically the short film files is where I kept all the files, and then I took these files and I went into CapCut and hit import and added all of the files into there, and I basically took them and hit the plus button once again like I did with the intro and added them all into my video. You may be wondering why there's a few that are probably missing from this, because after all the edits, I chose some that I liked more than others, because I did 2 different versions, and I took some of them out of the short film, and I decided not to add them into here because there would be no point. So for the outro, you did see the outro, it was on CapCut, but it did originate from Canva. So for the first part of the outro, I used a nice old spacey vibe. It was a free template from Canva. Very cool, very cool. And I added some text, thanks for watching, with a little bit of a glow effect because I thought it would be pretty cool to see. And I also added some animation so it would appear and disappear once that scene ended, like that. And then I added another clip where it showed all the credits. I thought they were all the credits, but at the end of the short film, I decided I probably should have a few more credits. So I added some more credits at the end of my short film. So this is only the first part, or kind of like the template of my actual credits. So for this, to get it into CapCut, I used the method where I downloaded it up here, as seen in my intro, and then I added it to my ICS Short Film and brought it back into CapCut and attached it to the end. And after adding all of the clips of me failing, I grouped it all together so it would show as one straight video clip instead of being a whole bunch of snippets. So when I say that I changed my outro a little bit and added a few more credits, I loaded the whole entire clip that I got in CapCut and I put it back into Canva. See, in Canva, I added a few more edits, but it's basically the same video. But at the end, it goes to this, and I use my own music. I'm an audio creator, if you didn't know. And I use my own music on this. So the credits are all mine. And so basically I added this end part where it says honorable mentions filmers and music producers and creators. There will be more, just not right now. And I added an effect where it will go up. And basically, to add this effect, I clicked on the text, hit animate, put this text all the way at the bottom, and then I clicked create an animation. And basically, you would just have to slowly bring it up, which would give it the effect where it brings it up to the top of the screen. And then I changed the movement style to smooth, so it seemed way more smooth instead of me just like taking my mouse and dragging it up there. Because for some reason when I did that, it had a few more bounces, as I would call it. So it didn't look very professional. And that is how I created the rest of the outro.